What's going on YouTube? Luke is back again, doing another DVD collection video. I figured I'd get it out of the way, try and get these done kind of in quick succession. Just seems they're quite easy to do, minimal editing, and people seem to enjoy them. So I thought I'd get on with doing some more. Much as I love doing the reviews, they are a lot of work. So yeah, let's. I guess we could just start things off. The first DVD I'm going to show you, Hillside Cannibals. Now, if you remember the last part, I ended on the Hills Have Eyes movies. I had the Hills Have Eyes remake and the sequel. This is released by Asylum Studios. They released a mockbuster of the Hills Have Eyes, Hillside Cannibals. At the time I bought it, I had no idea. I just thought, oh, you know, looks a bit bloody. Let's check it out. I mean, I checked it out, and it's all right. I mean, I'm not a fan of the Asylum pictures and their, you know, mecha sharktopus creature feature movie type things. I'm not into that sort of thing. But this was okay. I mean, it's basically a Hills Have Eyes ripoff. It's, you know, cannibals out in the desert waiting for people to pass through, pretty much. A little bit more generic. There's, you know, it's got a bit of a teen slasher sort of sensibility about it, but I mean, it's definitely not the worst movie I've ever seen. So that's Hillside Cannibals. Next up, one I haven't seen yet. This is A History of Violence. I picked it up because I love David Cronenberg. I haven't gotten around to watching this one yet. I mean, you know, just looking at the cast list, I mean, Viggo Mortensen, Ed Harris. I mean, I'd imagine it's pretty good. It certainly looks it. From what I've heard about it, it looks pretty entertaining. I was going to watch this the other night, but I was too tired for I was too tired for Cronenberg. I needed something a bit more sort of junky. So I ended up watching. What did I watch? Return of the Living Dead. I watched. I like Return of the Living Dead. Next up, we'll move on to Hobo with a Shotgun. Now, Hobo with a Shotgun, as I'm sure you're all aware, was one of the fake trailers on the Grindhouse double feature by Tarantino and Rodriguez that had Planet Terror and Death Proof was on it, and there was a set of fake trailers in the middle of fictional movies directed by all different directors, and one of them was Hobo with a Shotgun, and response to the trailer was so good that they decided to make a feature-length movie out of it. Yeah, Hobo with a Shotgun's really good. I'd probably say it's better than both of the features that were on the Grindhouse double bill. Yeah, probably I would. I mean, I did really like Planet Terror, but this is probably a bit better. Hobo is hanging out in a small town. Lots of corruption, lots of violence. He decides to buy a shotgun from a pawn shop and deliver some justice. Yeah, really entertaining movie. Lots of really great practical effects. Super creative gore. Yeah, I really like Hobo with a Shotgun. It's a good movie. Rutger Hauer's great in it. And yeah, it's, you know, it's cool. I mean, this has got a making of featurette and an alternate ending on it, this DVD, which I haven't watched yet, but I will check out because I do like Hobo with a Shotgun. Next up, Hollow Man. This is the Paul Verhoeven movie. I believe it's pronounced Verhoeven. Yeah, and yeah, it's stars Kevin Bacon as the Hollow Man. It's partially based on The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells. And this movie, it's kind of like just a sort of quite a generic slasher movie in a way. I mean, it's pretty cool. Some of the effects are definitely interesting. Um, I've always really liked Verhoeven as a director. I'm quite a big RoboCop fan, so that sort of tells you all you need to know. Yeah, this is not a bad movie at all. I'd definitely say check out Hollow Man if you get the chance. Oh, this is one of the classic um, sort of rental favourites of my youth, as I remember. It's around the time that DVD first started coming out. This must have been one of the popular films on the format. Because you used to see this, and if you ever go into CEX in the UK, which is like a second-hand DVD shop, you're pretty much guaranteed to find a copy of Hollow Man. And yeah, you can tell this is an early DVD as well because, and you probably won't be able to see that, but I'll hold it as close as I can. That actually, underneath the DVD logo, that says compatible with PlayStation 2. So yeah, this is at the point when very few people even had DVD players yet. I mean, I know that the first DVD player we had in my house was a PlayStation 2, and I'd imagine a lot of people were the same. So this is definitely a really early DVD, and that's cool. So yeah, that's Hollow Man. Alright, next up, I talked about this one in my top 25 video, Nasties, Horrible. This is also known as Absurd, it's also known as Anthropophagus 2, Zombie 6, I believe. Yeah, this is a Joe D'Amato movie with what's his name? George Eastman in it. He plays a guy who's undergone some medical research, and he can regenerate. But every time he regenerates, it kills some of his brain power, so he can heal really quickly and all of that sort of thing. But he is, he's a killer. That's really cool. I mean, there's some cool blood, violence, gore, and all that sort of thing in this movie. So if you're into that, check it out. Yeah, this is a pretty cool movie. A little bit slow, but a lot of D'Amato's tough stuff tends to be. Next up is Hostel, the Eli Roth movie. This is an old favourite of mine. This was one of the old after-school favourites of me and my mates. That was how I saw a lot of the sort of horror movies that I have a lot of the kind of nostalgia for, was watching them with my friends after school, and Hostel was one of those movies. I think I saw this movie when I was about 12, and it frightened the shit out of me, and I really enjoyed it. And I still really enjoyed this movie, man. I know that this movie gets a bit of a bad rap, but it is quite entertaining for what it is. I definitely think that Hostel's quite an enjoyable movie. Directed by Eli Roth, who has never done anything this good since. Actually, Cabin Fever is probably better than this, but that was before, so it doesn't really count. But if you watch the last part, I spoke about the Green Inferno, and that's a load of old wank. So, he's one of those directors. He's real style over substance. I just really wish that he could make a film that's amazing, because he should be able to. But yeah, no, Hostel's pretty good. It's about I won't even insult your intelligence by telling you what Hostel's about. It's about people getting killed is really what it's about, as you'll probably know if you've seen it. So yeah, that's Hostel. Next up, we have Hostel 2. Now this is an ex-rental, which is always cool. The film itself, it's pretty stylish. The trouble is, it's very, very stupid. It could have done with a lot more kind of thought going into the script, because it all kind of is very obvious and plain. It's basically the same story again, but with women. Is all Hostel 3 is. Hostel 2, sorry. We'll get on to Hostel 3 in a minute. So Hostel 2, it's okay. If you really, really like the first one, then check it out. But I think overall I'd say that this one you don't really need to worry about. Next up, Hostel Part 3. So this one is set in Vegas rather than Slovakia, and it's all to do with a group of friends who go out there, get taken by the hunting club, and it's kind of all set up as like a game. You know, people are betting on what's going to happen to these people and all that sort of thing. Yeah, this one's about the same level, I'd say, as as Hostel 2. I mean, the story itself is a lot better and a lot better written, but like the movie's not as well shot as Hostel 2. So I mean, they're pretty much on the same level. They're both like a sort of 5 or 6 out of 10, but for different reasons. And I mean, Hostel 3, you know, it's okay, but it's definitely much like Hostel 2. I'd say if you really like the first two, check it out. But otherwise, there's not really much to worry about. Next up, this is one that I got. This is House on Haunted Hill, the original with Vincent Price. I got this because I was in a CEX and they had 5 DVDs for £10 offer on. So I picked up House on Haunted Hill in order to make the numbers up. No, what was the deal? It was 10 DVDs for a fiver. Sorry, not 5 DVDs for a tenner. Yeah, no, the House on Haunted Hill, Vincent Price. I don't think I've actually watched this since I bought it. I've seen it before, but yeah, I mean it's a pretty cool haunted house movie. It's a bit of a sort of and then there were none type thing. It's, you know, guests in a house getting bumped off one by one. Pretty cool movie. Yeah, nice short little movie. It's only about 70 minutes. So yeah, if you've never seen the original House on Haunted Hill, check that out. Alright, next up we've got another after school favourite, much like Hostel. This is the Human Centipede 1 and 2. This is an import from Norway or somewhere like that. I got it imported because the Human Centipede 2 is cut in the UK. You may remember that it was originally banned, but the ban was overturned in favour of cuts. I prefer the second one over the first one. The first one is quite a well-made movie, but the story is not great. It's kind of a cliche horror movie plot. And whilst it is a little bit scary in places, it's kind of not really the sort of disgusting experience that you would expect it to be, although it is a fairly good horror movie. Human Centipede 2, on the other hand, is a real all-out grisly shocker. Totally different style of movie. And yeah, I really like that about it. It kind of took it to a more base level. I could be wrong, but it certainly looked lower budget than the first one. And yeah, I just think Human Centipede 2 is better. It's not a film for the easily nauseated. There is a lot of really grim horribleness going on in this movie. So yeah, Human Centipede 2 is my preferred entry in the franchise. We'll go straight on a bit here. I incidentally fucking hated the third one. I thought it was terrible. Yeah, just really rubbish. Just a pointless story. Really poorly written, badly acted as well. Just everything about this movie was bad. This one's set in a prison, and it carries on the kind of the trope of being in this world, both 1 and 2 are just films, and it carries on along that line. But here it just didn't work. It just felt really stupid and sort of cliched, you know. In the first movie, it felt like, you know, an integral part of what was going on, because it was a movie about you know, kind of the movie was looking at what would happen if a film inspired a maniac, whereas this is just you know, an excuse to get the film into a prison and whatnot. So yeah, I didn't like Human Centipede 3. Some of the gore was pretty good, I've got to be honest. Some of it was pretty stupid. This film was nowhere near as clever or funny as it thought it was. But yeah, no, definitely not a patch on the other two. I don't recommend Human Centipede 3 at all. Up next, This is one that I got on the recommendation of a friend. This is Human Traffic. I had a friend who told me that this is better than Train Spotting. And if you know me, you'll know that I love Train Spotting. So I decided to challenge that by buying it and seeing what I thought. I haven't watched it yet though. Oh look, there's a little postcard thing that you can send off to get some free DVDs, I suppose. No idea. I've never met anyone who sent one of those off. Have you? I haven't. Quite a cool disc. But yeah, no, I haven't watched this yet. Apparently, it's pretty similar to Train Spotted. It's kind of a 90s drug movie. But you know, I'll watch it soon. I think. All of these parts of this that I've done, there's always been stuff that I've needed to watch. So yeah, Human Traffic is definitely on my watch list. Next up, I've seen this one many times, and again, this was in my top 25 video nasties. There's a link to that below. I Spit on Your Grave, also known as Day of the Woman. I Hate Your Guts, it's known as. It's been released as The Rape and Revenge of Jennifer Hills. Yeah. This movie is totally worth seeing on a historical level, and it's a really well-made movie, and it's a lot more interesting than people give it credit for. I genuinely think I Spit on Your Grave is a movie worth seeing, in a way that a lot of people don't. I don't think that this is a worthless movie. I think this is a film that really, you know, it has, you know, the size of its impact can't be disputed. I mean, the object of the film is to make you feel very tense and uncomfortable, and it achieves that no end. So, you know, give the film some credit, for God's sake. But yeah, no, I Spit on Your Grave. Pretty damn great movie. This particular edition, I got this imported from Germany because this film's cut in the UK, which is impressive considering how old it is, that it's still cut, without having any animal cruelty or anything like that in. So yeah, I got this imported from Germany. This particular edition is not great. The picture quality is kind of average. There are plenty of better restored versions than this, and as you can see, the cover's a bit munty. There's no need for this. I'm pretty sure this guy's not in the film. I've no idea who he is. That doesn't really look like Camille Keaton. So yeah, whatever. I Spit on Your Grave. Cool movie. Okay, so next up is a movie that I just have never managed to sit through, Ichi The Killer. This is a BBFC certificated version, so it's probably cut, but I'm not that worried, because what I saw I didn't really enjoy. I do need to get through this. I got this in a CEX, so I believe I'm fairly certain the disc is a different edition to the DVD itself, the DVD cover. So who knows what happened there, but yeah, Ichi the Killer. Like I say, I've never managed to sit all the way through this film. I know some people who say, "Oh, it's incredible, it's brilliant," and I will get around to it eventually. But you know, for the time being, I've got to say that this one doesn't pass muster. It's just really slow, and you know, all style. Not a lot really going on plot-wise, but you know, like I say, I will get round to it because you know I definitely do like a bit of Japanese cinema. I think they've some interesting stuff that's come out of Japan. Next up, the Inbetweeners series 1, 2, and 3. These are the 3 original series of the British television sitcom The Inbetweeners. So yeah, I'm quite a big Inbetweeners fan actually. I definitely think it's a really entertaining series. The premise is basically about these 4 sixth formers. So they're like 16. Their age ranges from like 16 through to 18 in the series, and they are. It's called the Inbetweeners because they're not like tragically uncool, but they're not popular either. They're just somewhere in the middle. So yeah, that's why it's called the Inbetweeners, and it's sort of well known for having like a really crass sort of style and sense of humour. So yeah, the Inbetweeners. I mean, if you're from the UK, you probably saw this. This became a real big cult sensation, and then eventually kind of broke through to the mainstream, which was really cool. I mean, it's definitely a good sitcom. It's very funny. My favourite series is probably series 2. I think that was where it hit its best. But all 3 series are really funny. So yeah, I'd recommend checking the Inbetweeners out. And I've also got the movie, the first movie. There's been 2 movies. I haven't gotten around to buying the second movie yet. Although I did see it in the cinema when it came out, and it was good. I've got to say. A lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was pretty good. This has got a boatload of extras on it, which I have watched. I watched all the deleted scenes and all that sort of thing. Making of documentary, so that was cool. This was a big hit in the box office in the UK. I remember it being like, they said this is the most successful British comedy movie of all time, or something like that, which is cool. Yeah, very funny movie. Scene with the male stripper and all that, very funny stuff. So yeah, that's the Inbetweeners dealt with. Like I say, I haven't got the second movie, but I will get it at some point because I quite like that film. I'd like to see it again. A lot of people weren't into it, but I wasn't one of them. Next up, Inferno. This is an Arrow video release, one of my favourite DVD Blu-ray release labels. Inferno is a film by Dario Argento. This one's got multiple covers. That's my preferred cover. I like that one. That's a brand new one. Arrow Video always likes to put in a brand new cover with their artwork. This one came with like a bunch of art cards that I'm waiting until I can sort of get framed to put up. Booklet with all sort of interviews and stuff. The film itself is like the successor to Suspiria. If you've ever seen Suspiria, it's a very similar movie. It's kind of all about the three mothers and all that sort of thing. I haven't seen this movie in a while. I seem to remember this one being a lot more confusing than Suspiria, like quite unclear in its plot. But yeah, no, I mean, visually speaking, Inferno's great. I think this was on my top 25 video nasties as well. So yeah, I mean, yeah, check out Inferno, music by Keith Emerson. Not Rick Wakeman, as I said in that video. So yeah, go and check out Inferno. It's a very, very cool psychological horror movie. Next up, Inglourious Basterds. This is another X-rental. What Tarantino movies have we spoken about so far? I did a review on Jackie Brown on the channel, and in the collection videos I spoke about Death Proof. I will speak about Django Unchained in the future because I've gotten that since, but this is only the second Tarantino movie I've spoken about, I think. Inglourious Basterds. This is my next least favourite after Death Proof. I just thought there was too much going on. Too many characters, too many subplots. I just thought that this film was totally overstuffed. And yeah, no, I as much as, visually it was nice and there was some pretty exciting stuff, some good gore. Really enjoyable in that regard. It's about 3 hours long, I think. Let's see, 2 hours 27 minutes. So yeah, 2.5 hours, which is too long, really, for this movie. And there's far too many characters and far too many subplots going on, which just made it really hard to follow. And it was kind of like there wasn't a big enough payoff. It was just not good as it should have been, really, from Tarantino. So yeah, aside from Death Proof, this is my least favourite Tarantino movie. Yeah, we'll move on now. Inglourious Basterds is okay, but And next up, we've got some music stuff, so we'll finish on these 3. We've got some Iron Maiden stuff. This is Visions of the Beast. This is a videos collection. Quite an old one, admittedly. This is one of the first DVDs I ever got. I think this was a birthday present or a Christmas present. I don't really remember. And it compiles all of their videos up to the Brave New World era, the singles off of Brave New World. So yeah, I mean it's not much to pull that in backwards, but not much to talk about. But yeah, that's Visions of the Beast. Sorry. This one's a bit more interesting. This is Iron Maiden the early days. This is a documentary thing. This is kind of like, if you're a Kiss fan, you'll know about Kissology. This is like, these ones are like Kissology for Iron Maiden. So this is the first 4 albums. This covers the debut through to Peace of Mind, and it's got a bunch of stuff on it. I mean, it's got a feature-length documentary about that period of the band. It's got Live at the Rainbow, Beast over Hammersmith live in Dortmund, a bunch of TV appearances, promo videos, the famous Live at the Ruskin bootleg video is on here, and the TV documentary 20th Century Box is on here as well. So yeah, that's a very cool thing to have. I've also got the second one. There's 3. I need to get Maiden England, which is the last of the trilogy, but this is Live After Death. This continues on from that, so this covers the Power Slave Live After Death era of the band. So yeah, it's got all. It's got obviously the Live After Death video on here. It's got part 2 of the documentary. It's got the Behind the Iron Curtain documentary. It's got live footage from Rock in Rio '85. It's got the Hello Texas video. All of the the promotional videos from Power Slave, all of that sort of thing on here. So yeah, I really need to get the 3rd one in this set. I've no idea why I didn't get it at the time. So yeah, Live After Death, obviously awesome stuff. I might put that on after I've finished this. So yeah, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure as always. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that. Share this around. Do what you do. Also, make sure to check out my podcast. Link, as always, in the description. Because I love my podcast, and you should all check it out because I'm much better on that podcast than I am on this channel. So yeah, that'll do for the week. I'll see you soon with more DVD collection shit. See you then.